Always, my name is Benai Stefano Shiriko and my NPM is 244120009. In this video, I will explain about cash and cash equivalents. Understanding liquidity in financial management. This presentation explores the definition component, important and strategic management of a company's most liquid asset, cash and cash equivalents. What are cash and cash equivalent? Cash and equivalents represent the most liquid asset a company holds. This category is fundamental to a company's short-term financial health and operational stability. Definition: cash includes currency on hand and demand deposits, funds immediately available in bank accounts. Cash equivalents are short-term, highly liquid investments that are readily convertible to known amount of cash and subject to an insignificant rise of change in value. Importance: CNCE is crucial for meeting immediate obligation, covering operational expense and acting on short-term opportunities. It is a key indicator of a company's liquidity position, informing decisions related to solvency and financial strategy. The components of cash. While the term cash seems straightforward in accounting and finance, it encompasses several specific forms of liquid asset vital for daily transactions. Currency on hand. Physical money, coins and paper bills held by the company, typically in petty cash, funds or cash registers. This is the most immediate form cash. Second is bank accounts or demand deposits, funds held in checking or saving account that can be withdrawn or accessed immediately without prior notice or penalty. These are a primary source of operational fund. And then undeposited checks, check received from customer or debtors that the company has not yet deposited into the bank. These are considered cash because they are expected to clear rapidly and represent non-cash amount. Characteristic of cash equivalents. First, short-term maturity. Investment must have original maturity of 3 months or less from the date of purchase. The strict time constraint ensure that the funds are available almost immediately. Second, highly liquid. The asset must possess a deep, active market that allows for quick and efficient buying and selling. High liquidity minimizes the time required to convert the asset to cash. Third is easily convertible. The investment must be readily exchangeable for a known fixed amount of cash. This eliminates uncertainty regarding the final realized value. And last, the fourth is insignificant rise. They must carry an insignificant rise of change in value due to interest rate fluctuation or credit risk. This stability is why they are considered nearly as safe as holding actual cash. Then, example of common cash equivalents. First is money market. Mutual fund that invests in high quality short-term debt instruments and providing high quality liquidity and a modest yield. Second, treasury bills or T-bills, short-term debt instruments backed by the US government with maturities of 3 months or less, offering the highest level of safety. Second, third, sorry, third, commercial paper, unsecured short-term promissory notes issued by large corporations, to raise funds quickly, while highly rate corporate paper qualifies as a cash equivalent. And the last one, certificates of deposit. Time deposit held at bank with maturity dates of 3 months or less, longer term do not qualify as cash equivalents. And then distinguishing cash from non-cash equivalent. Cash equivalent originally maturity is under 3 months, and then insignificant liquidity risk. And non-cash equivalence is original maturity or more than 3 months and significant liquidity rise. Important is in financial reporting. Cash and cash equivalent are prominently featured in a company fundamental financial statements, providing critical information or immediate financial health and cash movement. Balance sheet presentation is always list by first under current assets, as it is the most liquid item. It presents the starting point for calculating various short-term liquidity metrics. Cash flow statements. The cash flow statements begins with the net increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalent for the period, showing how the total cash and cash equivalents balance has changed due to operating, investing, and financing activity. Disclosure in footnote. Companies must detail their policy for determining which investment qualify as cash equivalents in the notes to the financial statement, ensuring transparency and comparability. Why investor and analysts care? The level of cash and cash equivalents is a crucial metric for evaluating a company ability to surface and expect downturns, fund expansion, and meet its obligation. Analysis heavily rely on three figures. First, liquidity ratio. Second, financial health assessment. And the third, operational flexibility. And then, managing cash and cash equivalents. The first is forecasting needs. Accurately predicting short-term cash inflows and outflows to determine surplus cash available for investment. Maintaining reserve, ensuring sufficient transactional and precautionary balance are maintained to cover expected expenditures. Investing surplus, placing excess cash into appropriate cash equivalents to earn interest while maintaining required liquidity. And the last, monitoring risk. Continuously evaluating the credit and market risk of cash equivalent investment to ensure principal preservation. So that's all from me about cash and cash equivalent. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.